Well, welcome back, everyone.
For a Time Like This podcast.
I'm Natalie.
And I'm Ashley.
And we're your hosts. So, today, Ashley, I just want to jump in and say, or ask you how your week went. I think this is a pretty casual podcast. We are
doing a different vibe.
Yeah, a vibe this week. Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah.
So, my week's been a little different. My husband's been home. Okay, last week we went to Florida. So, we was together all week. And then this week, he's been home all week long.
How's that going for you?
No, actually, it's been pretty good because he's like watched the kids several times. I even asked him, I was like, so are you exhausted from chasing them? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, I do that every day. That's my life. He's like, well, and I'm like, oh. But yeah, it's been pretty
Does he feel sorry sometimes for you?
No, he hasn't crossed that line. He's like, no, I still have to get out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning and work all day and not even see my children. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
That's funny. Well, that's talking about husbands being home all week. I don't think I could have my husband work from home or be at home for all week.
2 weeks now he's been home. Last week we were gone, but we were together, and then the whole week this week. But it's been okay. But I feel like my routine's completely off when I feel like I don't need to do anything while he's there, so everything's like way backed up.
That is the same thing with me when my husband's home. He's like any day he's taken off that I don't know about, or like if he's just taken off one day, I'm like, well, what are we going to do? Like, I feel like we're expected to do something since he's not with us. Like,
yeah, and whenever he's home, I feel like I got to sit and talk to him or sit and watch him do whatever. I don't know. He kind of expects that too. And so it's like I got thousands of things to do, but I'm just going to stay here and chat with you because, next week you're going to be working and I'm not going to do that. So you're kind of like, the laundry's all backed up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm the same way. I am the same way.
He went to take a shower this morning, and I'm like, I meant to wash the towels, but
you had no wash.
It was you a hand towel to dry off for, and he's like, I'll just use the beach.
That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, I'm the same way, Ashley. I don't know what to do when my husband's home for a whole week. I don't know if anybody else is like that.
Yeah, if y'all have a system that y'all do, let me know, because I haven't figured it out. Because with the kids, I don't know. I get it done. But when he's like, he left for a little bit the other day to go run some air. I don't know what he was doing, actually. I can't remember. But he left.
Taking a break.
Needed a few moments away from us. But I got like the whole house put back together. And I'm like, I think you're the problem here, sir.
Well, I love my husband, but I don't think we could do that like as his like main job. If
I'm so glad you're saying that because I kind of felt bad.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Okay.
I feel this. I love my husband, but I feel the same way because I feel like if this marriage is gonna work, I feel like I'm gonna have to miss you while you're gone. No, I'm just being crazy, you guys. But no,
it is harder. It's a different.
It is.
Your routine's off when
yes.
they're home, and so my routine's been off.
And I feel like even the kids' routine is off too.
Do your kids act different around your husband?
Yes, they do. Yes, I feel like they either act more crazier or they're almost like they want me more. They need me more. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense.
They're different around their daddies. I don't know. And sometimes I'll tell them to do something when he's around. They won't do it if he tells them. And I'm like, I'm the boss all the time. How did he just get one word in there or snap a finger and y'all listen and he don't do nothing? Like,
listen,
not a disciplinary, nothing.
Listen, when you said snap, my husband, all he has to do is snap his fingers, and my kids like start just straighten up, and I'm like, I just need a good snap. Yeah. I cannot snap.
Work on that snap. They don't listen to me. Even if I'm snapping, clapping, jumping.
They'll listen, but it's like they're kids.
Yeah. Well, mine are really Oakley's getting bigger. She's starting to do better, but Truett, he's pretty small right now, and
he's a boy, you guys. Like if you have boys, I don't have boys, but I feel like all the boys that I've seen, they're a little crazy. A little wild, I should say. Not crazy, but just a little wild. Being boys, I guess.
He's very wild at the moment. So. But, yeah, his snap works, mine doesn't.
That's funny. Well, my week has gone fast, I feel like. We're here Friday, and I feel like it's gone fast. We didn't do anything this week, besides my husband having music practice. but that was about it. Our
The
week
day
was
that we
calm.
needed him.
I know, right? The day that we needed him, he left us. But no, I did babysit today, or this week, I should say, because I did babysit
Twice.
Yeah.
So what you got coming up next week?
Next week, we got family camp. We're excited. This is actually our first time going with our kids. I feel like the last couple of years that we tried, I had babies. I had infants. So, like, we couldn't go. So, we didn't end up going. And honestly, I don't think I wanted to handle that with infants.
Mine's not an infant, but I feel like maybe next year he'll be more...
He'll
calm
be,
down more, a little bit, because
I
I feel
like
like
he'll
around
love it more.
2-ish they tend to be like a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe next year we'll go.
Yeah,
If not,
that'd be good. I mean, I hope
we're not.
you go.
I'm not going to be there, but Natalie is.
Yes.
So if you watch,
Yeah, I hope you guys go if y'all have a family camp around you, or if your church does it or whatever. I hope y'all go because I'm gonna do my best to have fun. But an exciting news is about family camp. I volunteered helping out with the kids' crafts, so that was fun. I loved kids. I love helping out, so that was one thing that I'm a little bit more excited about.
yeah, that does sound like fun.
Yeah, so
You have to let me know
yes,
how
I
it
will.
goes, and then
Yes.
size 4 against next year.
Oh man. But anyway, in that note, you guys, we wanted to talk about our
Favorite books and podcasts, and just like the stuff that we like listen to. Things like that.
things that we enjoy. Ashley, I think last time I went first, so I'm gonna let you go first
All
today.
right. I think I'll just start off with my books. It's a series. It's called the Maggie Hope series. It's not a Christian-based book, so occasionally there would be like a few things in there that you might not necessarily prefer, possibly, but it's a really good book, and for the most part, it's pretty clean. Yeah, I haven't read it in several years, but what my memory was that it was good. So, but I really did enjoy those. It was like a lady. She's like in the war, like she's World War II. She's part of it, but she's like a woman. In it, and she just really neat, and so I just liked all that series, and there's several of them, so you could really read a lot of those, but I did enjoy those. Another book I have is Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers.
Yeah, I think it's
I couldn't
Rivers.
remember her first name after I said that. It's a really good book.
I feel like I've read that one, but I'm gonna have to like listen to a clip or like read
It's
a
about okay, it's a Christian-based book, but I would probably advise it for older girls. I wouldn't do it for like a young teenager, or maybe even like the 16-year-olds.
18 maybe.
Yeah, probably 18 above, because it kind of has a bit of a twist on it, like The Masterpiece by the same.
Very good.
Yeah,
A very good book. Now that one, my mother-in-law recommended to me when I first got married. We didn't have kids, and you know, I don't know what you people do sometimes, like to just when your husband's at home and you're a stay-home, person. But I wanted to read books, so like she recommended me The Masterpiece, and it was good, you guys.
it was a good one.
It's very good.
It's about a young woman trying to like kind of reestablish herself, and then there's a young man who's trying to figure himself out. So it's an interesting book. I read that recently, so that was a good one. Stranger's Game, and it's like Colin. What's that? Colin
Coble.
Okay. And it's if you're like new to like the mysteries and murders and stuff like that, maybe jump into that, because it's not like scary or anything. I didn't think it was that scary.
No.
So, but it's kind of like
It's like a mysteries, kind of like
murder kind of ish on there. That's
no,
fun.
she's pretty good. I feel like I've read all her books because my husband got me into it. He said, "This is good." I think my sisters or somebody read them and they said it was good.
Yeah.
So he recommended those to me. And
that
they
was
were
one
really
of
good.
my 20 from this year. I have this book that I'm going to read. It's called I Cry in the Dark. Jessica Patch. Have you ever heard of her? I searched like Christian authors with the murder and thriller genre, and she came up. So I don't know if she's actually a Christian author. I have no idea, and I don't know if the books are clean. I haven't read it yet. I just got it today. I started off the first few pages, and I'm interested. I think it sounds a good book, but that's what I'm reading. I don't know if I'm going to be able to recommend it. I might have to come back to that, but that's what I'm reading now. So If y'all read that book and you're saying no,
don't
recommend. Yeah, let me know. And I'll be like,
let Ashley know you guys not to read it.
I'll cancel it out. But yeah, it said that she was a Christian author. So,
Gotcha.
And then another book I have. I had to bring it. My Bible.
Oh.
No, but look at this. Look at that. I'm trying to get it. So, like, look at that book. Isn't that cute?
That's nice. Yeah.
And
leather.
then, like,
Is it leather?
It is.
Yeah. Nice.
And then look at the margins.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, you can get notes on it.
You can put your notes in there.
Yeah.
And
edit that one.
There we go. Anyways, but I've seen a bunch of these books that were hardback, but I really wanted the leather. Like, I just thought the leather felt good in my hands. Yeah. But anyways, that's another book I'm going to be reading every day of my life.
Yes.
But,
I hope you guys are reading your Bibles.
Yeah, but I thought that was really cute. I actually found it on Amazon. That's what I got for Mother's Day. So I can link this one below if y'all interested. It's called Verse Art.
It's got the lines where once you read your whatever passage you're in or whatever, you can write a note on what your thought was.
Because I've done that before, and I've had a notebook.
Yeah, I know.
I never find it, so we do that. But that's all my book recommendations. So you go ahead and do yours.
Okay, so I have finished one book. I had like 4, I think, in my goals for the summer, 4 books.
And you've already done one?
I already did one. So, it was good. But, my mother-in-law, we were talking the other day, and we were just talking about randomness, and we, started talking about books. And she recommended me, which I've read some of Francine Rivers, but I've never heard of these that she was talking about. Now, Francine Rivers, it's called the Mark of the Lion series, and they're supposed to be. Now, I've not read them, but they're good, is what she said. I'm gonna take her word for it.
And I can feel like you can probably recommend her books. She's a Christian-based author, so you're probably gonna be pretty safe.
So now these books, the Mark of the Lion series, it's supposed to be where it talks about the women in the Bible, but it's in their perspective. So like as if you're watching them like
from their point of view.
From the point of view.
I heard about these books and I was looking for them, so that's it.
Yes.
I heard somebody say, like, I don't know if I watched a clip or read something about that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking for these books.
Yeah. And I'm actually excited to read these because my husband actually got me into the ones with the men in their perspective too. So those were pretty good. So I'm hoping these ones are good too. All her books are really good. But the ones that I'm fixing to read, I will let you guys know they're good. I'm really excited about these.
I'm excited for you. I want you to let me know.
Yeah.
I literally Googled. You can look at my Google search because I was trying to find a book to read, and I heard something about it, and so I was like, fiction with Esther.
Yeah.
Because I've heard somebody talking about it, so that's neat. I'm glad you're reading them.
Yes, I will let you know for sure. And another thing as far as books, the Colleen Coble like all her books, all her series, I feel like I've read or even heard a lot of her books and audios, so they're really good. Like, I recommend if anybody wanting to listen to something, Colleen Coble is really good.
Another thing that we really, really love, believe it or not, our podcast.
Yes. I feel like this is what got us started on this podcast.
This is why we're here.
Yes.
So, the one that got us started that we started talking about is Crime Junkies.
We're Crime Junkie fans. Like, we'll listen to pretty much any Crime Junkie stuff.
Yeah. So, the Crime Junkie, that's what got it. Actually, that was probably one of the first podcasts I started listening to. Now, I like crime stuff prior to that, but whenever I started listening to podcasts, the Crime Junkies one that really got me going.
Yes. Yep.
I love the old stuff better than the new stuff. I still listen to it. I still like it.
Yeah.
I really like they have used their platform to really do good in the crime community. They have like solved cold cases.
Yes, yeah.
They've done so much good.
Yeah.
And like Ashley Flowers, like well known now, and I think they've done a great thing. The only thing I don't like about it is sometimes they're a little bit law-abiding.
Yeah.
Like law enforcement.
Yeah.
Like they always got to say the negative about it. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't really build them up that much. So
Yeah.
And sometimes they're like for a lot of stuff I don't stand for.
Yes.
So those are like, I mean, everybody's entitled to their own thing and they're using their platform to do that. But those would be the only things that I'm like, I don't really agree with those,
Yeah.
but I agree with some other stuff, and I do listen to it. So I just wanted to throw that disclaimer out there. That I don't agree with everything they do.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, one that I listen to is the Murder with My Husband.
Murder with My Husband.
Now, I really enjoy this, and my husband has too. And y'all, my husband has not been a very good like crime junkie follower for nothing, or any of the other podcasts that has to do with crime. But when he heard about Murder with My Husband, he jumped all over it because he saw
there was an actual man involved.
There was an actual man that was.
I keep forgetting how my husband listened to that. Like I keep forgetting about it.
Yes,
I listen to it occasionally. It's not like my every week.
Right.
I don't do it weekly, but
my husband does. It's a weekly thing for him. Like whether it's a drive home or a drive to work. That's one of his things that he listens to is Murder with My Husband's.
I need to get my
husband on that I
one.
think he really likes it because not only is the husband on there does not like crime, he does not he does not enjoy it, I don't guess, but he is there for his wife, and
he always asks the question that like not a crimey person would ask. Like I feel like I've been listening to it so much. I'm like, oh, this is it, and he'll be like, ask that question. I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of a good question.
yeah, they're really good. They're really good. As far as I know, they're pretty good as far as like anything.
They don't really seem. They just kind of get there and tell you crime. Yeah. They don't really do nothing extra that I've heard support anything weird.
Now he will probably walk out on some of them. I think I know they've talked about it on the latest ones that I've listened to. He's not all for crime. Like he's just not a fan. He's just not fan. But he has like walked out when he's like heard some that he's just like I can't keep listening to this. He's like, no, I can't do it. So like it'll pan out where it's just her finishing up the story. So that's good.
I guess I've not heard that one.
Yeah.
All right, my next one that I listen to, this is a weekly one, is Moms and Mysteries.
Mm-hmm. And you got me on this one.
Yes, I do like them. They're moms clearly, and they're just like they're just regular women. I think they're housewives from what I've gathered from listening to them over the years. They're just housewives. And actually, like that, they kind of got me thinking, like, I can do it. If they can do it, there's just random people doing it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I do listen to them weekly. They're good. They just tell a story, and actually they take turns telling the story, so they already know the whole story. So one of them start off with the story, and the other one tells different parts. But they're pretty good. They have a little bit of chat in there.
It's really good. It's fun. Yeah, Moms and Mysteries. She got me She got me into that one, so I listened to that one. Another one that I listen to is, I think it's 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
2020. I'll listen to that one every now and then.
Yeah, I do too. It's not regularly, but occasionally I listen to 2020.
Yeah, and it's good. It's fine. I mean, it's not one of my favorites, but I do listen to that one. So
one that my husband will listen to with me occasionally is Dateline. They have the podcast. They have a TV show, but I don't watch a TV show. But they do have like the same thing on podcast. My husband will occasionally listen to that one, so that one's pretty good. It was on my list.
I had one more, and it's I'm a kid at heart, so I really like listening to this one, and I hope that they'll come up with more because we enjoyed it. My kids enjoyed it, and it's called Hank the Cowdog.
I have that one. Yes. With Matthew McConaughey as the voice. Yes, he has the perfect voice.
Now, if y'all have not heard Hank the Cowdog, go listen to it. Go find it. Go listen to it. It's funny. It's good. And your kids will enjoy it too.
Yeah, my kids are too little, but I still listen to it.
Hey, like I said, we're still a kid at heart. My husband listens to it like sometimes every now and then, like on repetitive, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like the same things over. Yeah.
So
I really like that song. It was stuck in my head forever. Like
it'll make you laugh. You need a good laugh. Go find it. We recommend it.
All right. So I have a ton of them. So I'll just list them off. There's Women in Crime. So it's a podcast. It's two, they're doctorates. They teach crime. I don't know what they teach actually. Women in Crime. I don't know what it is, but they're doctors. They discuss it, like what they teach. Okay. And then they tell us stories that involve women. So that one's a good one. Parks and Predators.
Yeah.
That's a seasonal one.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, I like that one. It's about, well, if you like national parks, maybe you shouldn't listen to it because it's all of them are about stuff like crimes that have happened in parks.
In parks and big forces and stuff like that. So
but I really like that one. And then here's some of my like non-crime ones that I listen to. Do you have any non-crime ones other than Hank?
I think the other crime one that I do listen to is Morning Cup of Murder is the other one.
And it's a daily show. Yes. Like she tells the crime that happened.
And she doesn't take like forever.
No, it's just like
it's like just one that you really just want to listen to and just
like a brief summary of it, and then you can be like, I want to listen more about that. The Ramsey Show.
Oh,
I only listen to that whenever I'm trying to be budget friendly, and that kind of helps. Other than that, I don't listen to him. I do Focus on the Family sometimes. Okay. They have it's a Focus on the Family broadcast, and they're pretty good. They have really good stuff on there. They'll have like family related and just random topics that is focused on the family, like it says. So it's a good one. You can listen to that one with your kids around. Hello Awesome podcast. It's interesting. It's a good one. Like if you just want she interviews a lot of people. And so it's like a bunch of different people on there, and sometimes somebody will tell their story. The one I listened to that I really, really enjoyed was she interviewed a woman, and what had happened was she was at home with her siblings. Her dad was at work. Her mom had run to the store, and a man come into their house, murdered. You'd have to listen to it. I'm not going to tell the whole story if you want to go listen to it. But that happened, and it was her perspective. She was the one involved, so it was crazy.
Yeah, that's well, actually, I forgot on the last video I did. Jumped in there and said the Unshamely You podcast. A friend of ours had said something about it, so I went looking for it and I've really enjoyed it. So the Unshamely You is pretty good, and she's apostolic like us, and she does really good things. And there's one episode on there with Brittany Scott that she interviewed, and is really good, you guys. I've heard her story way before she put it on there, I think, and it made me cry. We listened to it when we went to. When we were going to church, I was listening to it, and I made my husband listen to it while he was driving. And honestly, it brought me tears in my eyes, and I really enjoyed it. So
I started to listen to part of it, and then I got distracted, and I hadn't gone back, but I need to go back and finish it or listen to her. And then another thing that Natalie and I really enjoy is Adventures in Odyssey.
Yes, you guys. Oh my goodness. Now, I am going to tell this story before we start on it. I did not listen to Adventures in Odyssey. Didn't know about it. Didn't know nothing about it until I came to my mom and dad when I was like 15, 16. So I loved it. I fell in love with it because it was like stories that you can listen to, and it was like kid stuff, and then there was like funny things in there. So
there's always like if you don't know Odyssey, I don't think you're Pentecostal, first of all. Joking. No, but it's like I've listened to it since I've always listened to it. Yeah. But they always have like a twist, and they have like a biblical lesson to most of the episodes, and it's just fun.
It's fun, funny, something to listen to. Let your kids listen to.
Yeah, it's like you can turn it on. You don't have to worry about any of it. So if there's a topic that they're kind of concerned about, they'll say, we don't recommend this for kids under 10. I think is like or listen together. Like, but even that stuff is fun. Who's your favorite character?
Well, in the very beginning, I'm going to start with like the early stages of Odyssey. I feel like Bernard was one of my favorite ones.
I've always said that, like he's a hoot. That's who I was going to say.
Yes, Bernard I really enjoyed Bernard in the earlier seasons. It's really good. Yeah, it's really, really good. I hate that he passed, but yes, he was really good.
Okay, 2 more questions I have for you. Yes. I really like Odyssey. Who's your current favorite? Like, if you do have a favorite now.
I may have to say Jay.
He's funny.
Jay, yes. He's been on a lot of them here recently, and
I think they can keep him longer because he's actually an older person with a young voice. Same way with Connie, because Connie's been a teenager forever. Yeah. Just because she has a young voice. But I think Jay and I think Olivia are older people with a young voice.
Okay, no, I knew about Connie. I knew that she was an older lady, but you know, she had that voice. That
and I'm pretty sure Olivia is too. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure she has a voice. I can't really say who would be my favorite right now. Jillian's pretty funny.
Jillian.
She kind of tickles me.
She is funny.
Yeah.
Now, my husband really enjoyed the latest one, or not the latest one. I think it's 28 Hours. I think it's called. It's an album, and I feel he keeps mentioning that that's his favorite album out of all the albums out of Odyssey.
Ever?
Yes.
That's what my next question was going to say. Well, not necessarily which album, but what, like, each, you know how, like, they changed, like, over the years. Like, you originally started with, like, the Lucy and Jack and them, and then you kind of went to, like, the Mandy and that group of people. And what would be your favorite era is what the person I'm talking about.
I don't know. There's been a lot of. Now I probably was gonna have to say the Parker family era was like my favorite, not only because she's Hispanic, but like I feel like that family is like it was funny, and then the girls and stuff was funny. Yeah. Like I really liked them. So
I like that family. I think probably my favorite era would be like the Novacom era.
Oh,
like that time frame with those characters, like that with characters are my favorites. So from the even like before and after.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like that, but I think I was at the right age at that time. I think that was like when I was. I can't even remember what year it was released. Maybe 2000. So it would have been 8.
Okay.
And I think that's the target audience.
Yeah.
30-year-old woman I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
But, so I'm thinking, but that's kind of like the thing that I grew up around is that age or that time frame. So
yeah. Well, I honestly cannot wait. And I hope that one day, maybe, I don't know, if Connie doesn't get married, I kind of want to see her go through like relationships. I don't know about you, but she did go through that one with Mitch and the one before that, the one that she fell in love with.
Oh, what was his name? He returned for a minute.
Yes, he did.
What was his name? Jeff Lewis.
Jeff Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we
want them to come back to that. I feel like.
Yeah, we only seen 2 relationships out of her whole.
Yeah, I thought whenever he come back that's what it was going to be about. Like they were going to fall in love, but
no.
I don't know.
I don't know if she'll ever get married, you guys.
Who knows?
She'll stay a maidel for a long time. But anyway, that one, and I hope the recent couple.
The Buckle,
yeah.
I think I was the name for it.
Yeah.
For Jules and Buck.
Yes,
yeah.
I hope they end up together.
Yeah,
and hopefully they'll I think in the episodes they're not Christians. Mm-hmm. So I feel like they're going to be a little bit of a tangle there because Connie is more like I want her to know Christ. I want her, and then so is Katrina and Eugene. They want Buck to know Christ, So I feel like I hope there's going to be like a little bit of a tangle there. I don't know what kind of
interesting story. I think
story to make it into.
So if y'all don't know, Odyssey's actually releasing a new album this July. So coming up.
So it'll be album 75.
Mm-hmm. So if y'all like it and y'all want us to chat about it, like each week, we'll just do a small segment, not like the whole episode, or like not our whole podcast episode, just like a small sneak break. Maybe at the end. Yeah, we could chat about it. So y'all let us know if y'all want to hear our takes.
Now, if y'all don't have Odyssey, you do have to do a subscription to them. And
find you a friend.
We recommend them. There is find
somebody
who has a password.
Yeah, actually, I'm the one who's paying for it, and then I have like 3 people listening on my account. But it is what it is.
My mother-in-law's got all her children on there on hers, and she's paying for it.
I'm gonna just send this clip to my mother-in-law. Be like, did you know?
Now listen.
This is what mother-in-laws do. They pay for the Odyssey.
Now listen, my mother-in-law. We kind of had a little conversation there for a minute because we all couldn't get into into Odyssey. So we all have a family chat, and so I text her and be like, "Hey, for some reason Odyssey's not letting me in. Did you perhaps change your password?
Did you forget to pay the bill?"
So she was like, "Oh, give me a second. Let me get that for you." And like, she's sweet about it, but like, I just think it's so funny because, we're all on her Odyssey. So when something goes wrong.
Does she listen to it still?
Yes, yeah. They're older and they still listen to it and they enjoy it. So
my husband doesn't.
Really?
Like occasionally he'll listen to something. Anytime he's listening to it, he always laughs. So I feel like he's a secret liker of it. But he won't like just listen to it.
Yeah. Now my husband.
Occasionally,
I don't know if this is weird, and if it's weird, you guys don't tell me and don't let my husband know. But
no, my brother-in-law still likes it.
Well,
he likes it.
He likes it, but like he goes to sleep with it on.
Oh my goodness. My sister used to do that, and I cannot sleep listening to something. I cannot fall asleep.
Goodness.
So and here's the thing. She would do that when we was teenagers. Yeah, we shared bed. She would listen to the same 3 stories. So it was on a CD of 3 stories, and the same 3 ones every single night, and I could not fall asleep until the whole thing ended, and I'm like...
Listen, y'all are related for sure, because that is what Travis does.
Not me, her.
Yeah, that's what Travis does too, you guys. I don't know.
My brother does that or he used to, I don't know.
No,
with like Louis L'Amour, he would listen to that to go to sleep. That's what my family's odd. Oh, by the way, me and her husband are cousins, so that's her.
So yeah, we're the
relation there.
Yes, but yeah, I feel like it runs in the family because
not this
he's
person,
the same way. He's the same way. He'll listen to.
Can you fall asleep to it, or does it drive you nuts?
I've gotten used to it, so yes, I can go to sleep. But my husband also says that I can sleep anywhere, and so does my mom. So apparently, I sleep anywhere. So I don't know. I feel like there's times like he'll listen to one, and I'm like, if he don't turn that off, and then I hear him snoring, so I'll go sneak by and just change it or turn it off because I bet I'll wake up in the middle of the night and it'll be on because my husband turned it on.
He listens to it all night long?
Yes.
Who are you?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that would be a non-negotiable for me. We're going to have to sleep in different rooms, honey. Sorry.
Yeah, my husband listens to it like, I don't know how he listens to it like that, but he does, and he loves it, but it's just one of those things that I'm like, I have gotten used to it, so now I'm just like, all right, hey, turn an Odyssey on. But there is one that I really do not like anymore because he played it so much, and I cannot stand it, and it's a Push the Red Button. That's what it's called, Push the Red Button.
What is it about? I can't
it's about Wooten having a dream or like a deja vu or something that the whole enemy is taking over the whole world, and it's clearing out the good.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I don't even like that to start with.
I do not like that anymore. He's messed it up for me because I don't like it anymore.
I think my 2 favorite episodes of all time is Suspicious Minds, and that's. That's where Connie and Eugene, like, okay, the register's not counting right, and so they're suspecting the other person of stealing the money, and it's just really funny. And then, the other one's about Christmas. The Parker family, they're trying to pick out they're doing like no gadgets.
No gadgets.
That one, and they're trying to pick out a Christmas tree. That one's, I like that one. Those are the 2 I listen to.
The funny ones, I don't know. I have several funny ones that I really do enjoy.
I like a lot of them.
So, I don't have many favorites, but I'm sure I have one, but it's just not coming in my mind right now.
Those are I'd say top 2. So that's all the time that we have for today. If you have any books, podcasts, or even any comments about Odyssey that you would like to share with us, please leave them in the comments or DM us or even text us. We're good with that.
We get excited when you guys just follow along with us and comment and stuff. So, so you guys make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow along as we continue going through our podcast.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.